My name is Kitty, and I work with dreams.
You think of love, or the feeling of love, what do you picture? First thing that comes to your mind.
It's not a picture, it's just fuzzy. It's warm. Guys. Or sun, like it's like a big glowing one light. That's what it is. Yeah. Like my goal is to be an embodiment of love. And it's always the first thing I can think of if I wanted anything. If I wanted to repeat a word, if you think of a word, think of something, it's always love. Love, love, love. If I want to protect myself, I protect myself with love. You know, my shield is made out of love, my sword is made out of love. Like, it's all love. So it's the whole thing. And I think that just comes from knowing that everything is made out of love. And so if you have love, you can make anything.
Song, art piece, moment in history, memory that reminds you of love currently.
Like, I'm a nature girly, you know? So when like the trees rustle around you, like as you're walking, when the birds like swarm. That makes me, when the sun peeks out of the clouds, which I feel like she's about to after days, that's it for me. Yeah. I have one piece that is framed, and the whole collage of it is actually made on like the plexiglass, and behind it is this 18 by 24 piece of canvas paper that just has different variations of love handwritten on it. So it's like divine love, this love, and it filled the whole page, and so the whole back of it is love. In some parts of the collage you can see the page peeking through, in other parts you can't, but it's there, and that's the point of it, is that the actual thing that is framed is the love, and the thing that's on top of it is just happening. But it's there throughout, and it's the foundation of it. I'm better at loving. I would love to be loved, but I think people that are lovers naturally, it's harder for them to receive love, because they're like, that's my job, you know? Like, I'm selling bananas, you don't need to give me a banana, I have so many bananas. So I think that the lovers of the world need to learn how to receive love. Naturally, I love. That comes easy.
Yeah.
But I would love to be loved as well. I think love is more than like, you know, the way that we often think of it. And I think creation is love, and everything is love. So there's pain in love, and I think that, yeah, if you tend towards creation, if you need to express, that's love in a sense. Yeah.
Take on that.
I think that all of that, down to the most like convoluted or human version of it, is a remembrance of divine pure love, which you can call God, the universe, whatever, like you know, source. Like, everybody remembers being connected with that. It's the before and the after and the always and the never and the everything and the nothing. So I think we yearn for that connection when we are down here in this individualized expression that we've all agreed to do, all for different reasons. We crave that when we feel disconnected, and we seek it in a myriad of ways. We're not, part of doing this is forgetting, and our culture doesn't necessarily teach us to reconnect directly. There's like religions and stuff, but a lot of times it gets lost in like the dogma. So I think everybody's striving and reaching for that pure thing, everybody knows it. Even if they don't remember it, even if they haven't seen it in this life, everybody knows it somewhere. And it like sparks that remembrance. That's a really beautiful sensation.
Hey, Tre, 6'2". Lovable guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cool.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, my name is Lex. I'm an actor, creator, teacher, lover.
How would y'all describe y'all love in one word or more?
I would describe my love in one word as soothing. Yeah. Do I have to explain it?
Yes.
Okay, I would say soothing because the type of love that I give is very calming and very reassuring and affirming. I always make sure that I'm able to give the love that I want to receive. So if I want to be perceived or received in a certain type of way, I try to do that as well. Yeah, I try to be kind and nice. Yeah.
I want to say caring, but I think concern is a better word just because there are so many concerns. Like, I feel like when you're caring, you can just treat somebody kindly or like act caring. But I feel like when you're actually concerned, it's like you're making sure that you're affirming and you're like taking care of your loved one's needs and stuff. I think that that's really important for me because I think that's what I expect and desire from people. So I think I work really hard to like exude that. Like, we kind of talked about this yesterday. I have a playlist of songs that remind me of you. I think anytime that I hear something, if it's in the car or if I'm just like in the store, but it's a song and like the words make me think of you. But I also was explaining that sometimes it's the way that the song sounds and like the way that it makes me feel. But I could be anywhere. It can be something that I heard like on shuffle on Apple Music, or if I'm like in the store, sometimes I'll be Shazamming stuff because I be like, what is this song? Like, I need this. And yeah, I feel like I always, as soon as I hear it, I want to add it to the playlist. Just so I can, you know, keep those things in a place. And like, if I'm ever in a time where I want to be reminded of you, like if I can't hear from you for whatever reason, I can listen to that. Yeah.
Aw, that's so cute. 90 by Jaden Smith, because she introduced me to that. And at first, I was like, dang, this song's 7 minutes. I'm not listening to all that. But I got in, started listening. I was like, wow. Now it's my number 3 most replayed song. Like,
She put you on.
put me on for Showski. I had to go back through Jaden's whole discography. Crazy. It's called Colorway by
Destin Conrad.
I just remember that's one of the first songs. Because, yeah, she be doing a little song of the day thing. That's one of the first songs ever. And I just always remember that. And then a place, the movie theaters. Because our first date actually was at the movie theaters to go see The Blackening. Feel me? That movie was hilarious. But I feel like that was the first time where I actually looked at her and I was like, oh wow. This is something serious. Something serious for real.
Dependent on the circumstances, like in which you're creating, like where you are, or you know, the limitations that you may or may not have. I think sometimes it can be hard to find love, or like the love can be lost. But I think that's a part of being a creative or just an artist or even a person. It's like reminding yourself like what you want to do, why you're doing it. I think the love can always be rediscovered or found, like if you never had it. I think it is always prevalent though, but I think sometimes you got to put in a little bit more effort to discover it or rediscover it.
It should be essential to creation and whatever you're doing. And even when it's not something that you necessarily want to do, I think you can find moments where you're passionate and loving about little things here and there. You know what I'm saying?
I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think of love is self. I just think that everything is rooted in self. Like everything that you want, everything that you're trying to seek out of other people is really within you. And I feel like love is like the central component of that. I think that's what connects everybody in terms of like desires and actions, whether or not they realize it. So I just feel like self is the first thing that comes to mind. I think that's where everything starts, and I think love is kind of what everything that we do and think and want revolves around.
A beachy sunset. I wasn't thinking of nothing like deep for real. I was just like, I really want to be
That's
on the
something.
beach.
Yeah.
But it has to
The
be
feeling.
like, yeah. It has to be nighttime transitioning into that's not a sunset, that's a sunrise. Matter of fact, I'm changing to a sunrise, right?
Okay.
It has to be nighttime going into the daytime with the sun creeping up on you. So it's nice, you know what I'm saying? You get the vibes of just a dark, nice atmosphere for real. But it's nice and happy and uplifting.
I feel like my purpose as a person and as an artist is to like ensure that things are rooted in love and to like be really expressive about love, because I just think that that's a power that I have, and I think sometimes people are unaware of like the importance of love being prevalent in your life and in what you do. So it's always prevalent for me. I feel like everything that I create is something that I want to feel connected to, and it's something that I want others to feel like thought-provoked, or you know, just like more curious, or feel like they're learning something about themselves or the world.
Also very prevalent, but I'm not as conscious about it as I think you are. I'm very, if I'm not happy about the work I'm doing, man, I'm not doing it, or I'm procrastinating. But when I'm very excited and very passionate about what I got going on, then I feel like I'm very loving and very attentive to what I got going on. Feel me?
I think there's another part of our generation, honestly a large part, that's a lot more conscious about the importance of love and like what that consists of and how we express that and stuff like that. So I mean, I think there's a balance, but I think a lot of us do kind of lose sight of the fact that we need love. Like I personally feel like it's a necessity. I think a lot of people treat it as an option, and I think that's where a lot of like unhappiness and discomfort comes from, because we're convincing ourselves that we don't need something and we're actively like pushing it away.
Our parents, as well as maybe past experiences, sort of have an effect on how we view things. Like for example, like I don't really got a dad for real, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I gotta treat her like how my dad treated my mom. You know, I gotta take what I know and take my experiences and take what I've grown from to recognize how I'm supposed to treat somebody and how I'm supposed to love somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at. And I think this generation doesn't have that, and they take past things and parents and be like, oh, well, that's how I gotta act too, because that's how I was raised. No.
I do think that it should be powerful. I think I'm also very like, I love the idea of casual love, like sending love to your friends, sending love to strangers, but I feel like it should always be meaningful. Like I feel like the word gets watered down a lot, and there's a lot of miscommunications or misunderstandings between our relationships and our friendships and stuff, because this person said that they love me, so certain people expect a certain type of treatment or consideration or care when you express that you love someone. Other people just use the word, you know, however they want to. I feel like people should be able to experience love casually and often, but I feel like it should always be meaningful. Kind of similar to what I said earlier, I feel like love is the thing that connects all of us. It's just deeply desired because it makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? It releases the happy chemicals in your brain. It makes you feel safe. Even something that's an impersonation of love, that's not really what it is, but it's something that reminds you of it. I think that's something that is a lot of people's kryptonite, and I think it's easy to capture that feeling and put it into music or a movie or a TV show or whatever it is, the graphic design on a t-shirt, a slogan. I think all of those things are something that we all want deep down, whether we recognize it or not, so I think it's easy to be sold.
Yeah, I think that's just why it's so easy, because you want somebody to relate to.
Yeah, and like feeling understood. I feel like it's something else that everybody wants, and I think that's I think that gives a lot of people that experience or that opportunity.
Yeah. Don't take it off.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Platinum. $15,000. I lied.
Oh, I was about to say
$25,000.
Oh.
32 karat diamonds. Feel me? This real love right here.
Y'all heard it here, folks.
Merry Valentine's Day.
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check,
Check.
check.
Check. No Nike.
Facts.
Just. Hey, I'm Kymani. I'm an image maker from Decatur, Georgia. I love cinematography, putting on fly clothes, and sharing love with the world.
When you think of love, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Unconditional. That's it.
Is there a picture? Just that word.
Love is unconditional more so because when it's conditioned, it's no longer love. So that's the only thing I can think of. If you're loving something, someone, some idea, it must be without restriction, like of anything. That's what love is. It's not the opposite of hate, because hate has enemies and love has no enemies. So it's just fear. Like, if you're not moving with 100% love, there's like probably like a little bit of fear, which is fine, but that's the first word that comes to mind, because once you bring in condition or some type of restriction, you're moving out of fear. To be loved is different interpretations to everyone, and so people describe things as tough love, and it's just like I guess you can tough love somebody, but like let's just rephrase that word with something else. Like, it's not love because you're providing a condition or some type of like restriction to like whatever they got going on, to which you're withholding them from something that they truly want, and you're describing it as love. I mean, it's more so just like a concern. It's like an overwhelming concern from someone in a position of power. I would rather love. I feel like it's more skillful. You have to commit more than being loved. I can't even do it if I don't love you. Really. Like, even to a certain amount, if I feel like there's some type of condition on it, then I'm not doing it out of love anymore. So that's pretty much it. Like, if I'm doing it, I love it. I feel like the relationship between me and object, subject, or thing that I'm taking place in the relationship is the love. Because sometimes I could meet someone like first date and shoot with them, and the relationship they created within that time of the shooting was the love that I had to share and that was shared with me for us to create that experience. Otherwise, the experience would never exist. So that's just, to me, that's love.
Yeah.
It has to be one thing?
No.
Okay. It'd be little stuff for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
It'd be real little stuff. And it's not me interpreting it as, damn, like they actually love me. Like, it's more so just like, damn, like that's some very surprising shit I didn't expect. You know? I got this bag for Christmas. It says the myth on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like, I got it for Christmas.
That is nice.
I had no idea I was getting this from my future woman. You know, so it was very interesting. And I was like, wow, that's love. This interview, I mean, just people doing stuff, people doing the things that they feel that they have to do, or else they can't wake up. And when they share that with me, I feel like that's love.
I like that. Wait a sec, bro.
People have the 4 agreements, and it's like, I gotta get through this one first.
No, that's crazy.
A practical guide to the art of relationship. Look at his face, man. You can't tell me that's not a bad guy. I mean, you can't tell me that he is a bad guy. I'm sorry. Nah. Look at that. Oh, there he is. It's not that I'm better than you. It's because I love beauty. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love to love. There's all types of shit in here. Playmates and team players play together, but not against each other. All types of shit. Yeah. That's how, I keep that going on you.
Listen. Are you in love with creating?
I'm about to take a picture of you, actually. All right, cool. Am I in love with creating?
Yes.
I'm not. The reason I say that is because there are some things I still fear about creating specific creations, about maybe taking the risk of faith that, I don't know, I'll get over soon, you know, by the end of 2024. Yeah, that's all I can say. But I mean, in hindsight, you know, everyone's a creator, everything is a creation, so, you know, I guess if you're just loving your life as yourself, yeah, that's as much as you can ask for right now.
All right.
Okay. Hello, it's Britt. I am a 25-year-old artist in Atlanta. I'm an art director. I do graphic design, photography. Yeah, happy to be back.
Happy to be back. Back again.
What's up? I'm Kayla D. I'm a writer. I'm a creative. I have a platform called Let's Converse. And yeah, I'm 24 years old. I stay out in LA.
Yes. Welcome. Moss welcomes you. Welcomes y'all.
I would say when I create, like, love is, I feel like the main principle. I feel like it has to start from a place of love. I view creating like as an act of love to like God, like my creator. So yeah, it's like creating is love, I would say.
I always look at connections, so being able to build beautiful connections with people, I view that as just a loving experience. So I think people gravitate to love because we live in such a dark world. So seeing like what we have around us and the environments that we're in, we automatically want to feel love, because if we would just go day to day not feeling that love that we need, we would be in dark mental states ourselves. So
That love in our like current experience. So yeah, we go out and seek it. I mean, I'm guilty. You know, I love something like love content.
Facts. I love a good rom-com.
I love a good rom-com, but even still, for me with social media, I try to make my timeline, my feeds be things that inspire and encourage me. So I do like follow like people that look like they have a love relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me hope a little bit when I see like groups of friends still hanging together. Like, I love when people be on trips together with their friends, or just, you know, doing cute friend group things. Like, I love that. I think our generation is more so falling in love with themselves. Now, some people do it in a very good way. Some people take it a little too far. Narcissism, but it's important to still, I think our generation is just learning to like love themselves more. I feel like I'm more of an optimistic type of person, so I just see more people shifting to like understanding themselves, loving themselves, and being okay with being alone. Like, I feel like there's so many ways for us to connect these days. I feel like we're just viewing how we can do that, but it still be like love. I say.
I'm just saying, seeing black people, admiring a black person walking down the street, I see that as love.
Yeah.
Like seeing two black couples, two black people as a couple walking around, I view that as love. So being able to see that is what, you know, makes me feel warm and happy, you know?
Yeah.
That's one thing. There's so many things.
Yeah, so mine would be, when I first heard Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder.
Good one.
Yeah, when I first heard this song, you know, vibe with some nice good, you know, you bop into it, but then towards the middle, you start to hear just like his daughter crying, just making baby noises.
Yeah.
And what I did was just close my eyes and visualize it, because I realized like Stevie Wonder's blind, so we literally like when we close our eyes and just listen to the noises of his baby, like this Stevie's experience.
Yeah.
And so, girl, I'm just like tearing up.
No, I've actually never thought of that. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Facts. I like
Even
that.
not just people. I find love in experiences, like just embracing all new journeys.
Yeah.
Like seeing new things in the world. And it makes me just love the environment that I'm in. Make me want to love myself more. So that's a deep question. I would say yes, because it would start making you feel so many different insecurities within yourself. And when you put some work out there, you're not feeling loved. You're not feeling like people are fucking with what you're doing. Excuse my language, but yeah, it can affect you. Like, it can affect you mentally. Like, you could be all over the place. You're not gonna want to continue to produce something that you create. So yeah.
I definitely write poetry when I'm brokenhearted. That's my go-to. But when I'm feeling love or something like that, I feel like I gravitate more towards like visual stuff or like music. Like I'll paint, or I want to listen to R&B, or I want to listen to some love songs. But for some reason, I be reserving poetry for the lack of love. Like when I feel alone, when I feel like other people are not there, I'm gonna put it into a deep poem. And so, I feel like yes, and it shows up maybe in the medium that I choose to express myself in.
Paul's message in regards to love. That to be to the world, to y'all future self, to your younger self, to your parents, to anybody.
You want to go first?
Sure. My message is to be open to it. Like, it's not something it's scary, but it's scary in all the right ways. Like, I don't think you can truly experience being a human if you don't love or like fall in love, be in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that you just can't do. Being open and true to yourself, and also allowing the other person to be true to themselves as well, is something that you shouldn't be afraid of. You know what I'm saying?
A lot, like in life, but I think to love somebody is to really be intentional, like to love with intention. And I think that shouldn't just be reserved for your romantic partner. Like, that should be your siblings and your parents, your kids, your friends, the people that you work with, all of that. I think that it's necessary to be intentional about the way that you express your love and your appreciation. And love doesn't always have to be a hug or a kiss. It can be words of affirmation. It could be helping somebody with something, without them asking. Just being considerate and thoughtful about the way that you treat them and the way that it makes them feel. Yeah.
All right. What is your message in regards to love?
Love unconditionally, and ensure that what you're doing never goes against your own moral code when it comes to love, in a sense. So whatever your moral code is with love, make sure what you're doing never breaks that code. So even if you're loving unconditionally or conditionally, you got like a little bit of fear, maybe you love someone so much, but they just got this one problem, you feel me? Don't make your actions ever go under your moral code of whatever that problem is, whatever you're setting yourself to do, whenever you wake up, go out in the world, treat people, don't treat people. Make it a non-restricted, passionate place for yourself. And it'll be there for others. That's it.
Open the door. Open the door, let it come in, let it go out. And don't be afraid. Like, my heart is breaking open, don't be afraid. Let it flow. That's for me, and that's for you.
Love it.
I was gonna say something corny. Self-love. Best love.
That's not corny at all. It's very true. Starts with self.
Yeah.
I will say that love is peaceful. Love is not violent. Please read All About Love by Bill Hooks.
It's a great book.
That is.
That was when I was like, yeah, love isn't violent. Like, love is peaceful.
Yeah. That's what I want in my life.
Right. It don't have to be, right. Like, it can just be very...
She definitely helped me realize that a lot of Black people have traumas because the way that we view love.
Yeah.